Hi and welcome to Race on Oz. This is season 4 on Gran Turismo 6. This is race number 6 in this season, and this is Division 5. Here is your grid. It's Flash first, Footlong Warrior, Vards 31, Stiff, Censored, Kart number 1, Chopper, Copper J, Crystal Almighty, Web Nomad, Homebrew, Castro's Friend, Crim J, and Captain Peach. So we'll get this show on the road, and we're just waiting for green to come up now, and we should be off in a matter of a couple of seconds. And here we go. Big burnouts as usual. This is a 6 o'clock start here on the track. Coming into the first corner, Flash coming through. Footlong giving a little tray to paint the Flash, but dropping back a few spots for his troubles coming out of turn 1. Vards then comes straight back behind Flash first. Stiff, Censored is soon to very closely follow. Flash looked like he's getting a little bit of a lock up. Vards is close by. Same with Stiff and Copper J, also not too far behind. Flash starting to really get a really good gap happening here, and he's coming down through Skyline now. He's really getting a gap now. We're on looking at Vards and Stiff. They're having a bit of a battle there. Vards just clips a little bit of dirt on the inside of the corner. Stiff looking for a way past him, but it looks like Vards is shutting the door on every opportunity that he tries to throw in. As we're starting to come down the mountain, come down onto Conrod straight, Vards is really pushing on. Stiff is trying to really get up his behind. You can see Flash first way in the distance there. He's got probably a 2-second lead so far. He's really fanging along. Let's have a look at the lead. There he is, going into the Forest Elbow. Now coming up into the chase. He's a bit slow to get out of that corner by the look of things, but he's sure to make up a little bit of time there. Let's go back to Vards and we get a black screen. Let's hopefully this don't last too long. There we go. Vards clips a little bit of dirt, a little bit of grass, and makes a real big meal of the final turn, coming down the main straight. And he's just given an opportunity for Stiff, who made a mistake in the previous corner that I did not capture. And Stiff is really trying to make up for that little bit of lost ground he got on Vards just a moment ago, but he's slowly catching up. Let's go on to Stiff now. There he is. You can see the distance between first, second and third. It's a pretty close race at this point. Oh, it looked like Copper, he rode the wall a little bit through there. We just caught a slight little glimpse of him riding the wall a little bit. As they're going up through Skyline now, Copper is really giving it a big hammer. He's got kart number 1 following close by him with Footlong in 7th position. Web Nomad, sorry, is in 6th position. Sorry, I forgot him. My bad. Well, let's have a little bit of a squiz on Kart there. He's got Web Nomad really on his tail. He's looking for a way past him. But then he's got a little bit of traffic also with Footlong really coming in behind. We've got Homebrew there also. They're coming down Conrod Straight now. This is an epic battle here. Oh, Homebrew looked like he's getting a little bit of a wobble, and he did. Footlong goes off track. Homebrew makes up another place. Footlong goes back to 8th position. Very, very alarming. Oh, let's go back up through the field. There's Web Nomad, and we had a black screen for a bit there. Web Nomad goes into 5th position with Copper making a small little mistake, but Copper's right on his bum with Homebrew right there as well. Let's keep an eye on Homebrew just here, because he looks like he's trying to look for a way past here, and he's doing a good job of it. It gets... Oh, it's very, very, very close. Oh, Homebrew clips a little bit of grass and he's out on turn 2 straight away, doing a big smoke up there. Footlong is certainly making him pay in 8th position. He's really following. You can see him right up Homebrew's bum. And Homebrew steps it out just that little bit, starting to go up the incline up the mountain. Homebrew has to work pretty hard here. Footlong's got Crim J not too far behind, as you can see. He's really trying to push on. Excuse me. Let's go back onto Footlong just here. There's coming down the mountain here. Oh, clips a little bit of a wall by the look of that. Homebrew makes a big mess of it and locks it up and goes sideways. Footlong goes through. Homebrew stays in 8th position also. Crim is, really close by, really up his bum. Possibly might get his way past down here, Conrod. Let's have a quick squiz on Footlong here, and he's hammering away in 7th position. He started in 2nd. And after a few laps gone all the way back to 7th position. It's not looking too good for the young fella. Now let's have a look at Copper J now. He's going down the main straight and really going up Web Nomad's bum, looking up the inside. And Web closes the door on him, and very smart to do so. This is a 38 lap race, so this does go for an hour and a half, and unfortunately you won't get the whole race. You'll only get the first 5 laps and the final 5 laps, and Copper J just locked up, ghosted through Web Nomad, and Web Nomad went through, and so did Footlong. Footlong made him pay for that little bit of a mistake. Let's go back on the Footlong. He's right up the top of Skyline there, now on his way back down the mountain on lap number 4. Got a bit of clear traffic in front of him, a bit of fresh air. Let's have a look at Web Nomad. He's just coming down onto Conrod now. He's not too far away from kart number 1. Let's go back to the leaders. There's Card. That's Stiff in 3rd position there, as he's held that position pretty much the entire 4 laps so far. Let's have a look at Vans. Vard's learned from his early mistake not to go into the final turn too hot. And let's see how much of a gap that Flash First has got. We know he's been pretty fast all season, and he's got a pretty massive gap by the look of this black screen for a while. He's just gone up through turn 2. That's a massive gap. Let's have a look how far Vards is back. He's only just gone through turn 2 himself. Well, just here, this is where we're going to skip forward a hell of a lot of laps. Let's get to lap 33. Just skipping along here. Now on lap 33, Vards is in 3rd position. Most of the drivers have done a few pit stops already at this stage. Here's the final turn on lap 33. Coming on to lap 34. Footlong is now in 2nd position. Well, what a comeback from the first corner mistake, and he's made it there in 2nd position. Let's have a look how far Flash First is in front, and I do say, yeah, he's miles ahead, miles and miles ahead. Look at him going down Conrod. Let's have a quick look at Vards again. Let's see where he is. He's up the top of the mountain, just come out of Skyline. There we go, now we got some picture. The field is pretty well spread out at this stage. Oh, let's have a look at Stiff here now. In 4th position, he's been pretty good all season. Also, Stiff has been. He's been up there on the podiums pretty much every race of the season. This is again race number 6 on the only Australian track on Gran Turismo 6 at Bathurst. Sorry, I probably should have mentioned that a little bit earlier, but most of you probably already know what track this is. He's going a little bit sideways into the elbow there. Just nice and cruisy through that turn into the chase. Coming up into the final turn. Sorry about the camera, guys. The big super cheap auto sign and big proud sponsors of the great race with V8 supercars. Now let's see how far Copper J is back. He's in 5th position. It's not too bad. Going just through the final turn there. As you can see up there on top of the screen, it might not be that clear, but the race time has been going for an hour and 20 minutes. Flash first is in pit. Let's have a look where Footlong is. This will be his final stop for Flash first in this race. And he's a long way back. Wow. Oh, can Footlong get to him before he exits pit? Oh no, he can't. Let's have a look at Vards. Crim J is also in pit there. But unfortunately Crim J had been lapped by this stage. And also Castro's friend also lapped and also in the pit. Part of the regulations in this entire season has been you must change your tyre compound to the sports medium tyre. You do your first stint on the sports soft tyre, and you must do at least one stint, no required amount of laps on the sports mediums. Oh, Vards locked it up and goes into the wall there. Not very good. And he's starting to run out of fuel. As you can see, a fuel light on there. So he'll be looking for the pit at the end of this lap, I am assuming. He'll be giving that call out to his pit crew saying, get me a lot of fuel and get me some set of tyres ready, because I'm coming. Let's see how much of a gap that Flash first has. He's on lap 36 of 38, so there's only 2 laps to go. The screen says he's on the sports soft tyres, but I think he's on the sport medium tyres, to be quite honest. He's just gone through turn 1. He's just coming up to approach turn 2. As you can just see there, Footlong is now in pit. Let's go to Stiff now. Vards also in pit, like I assumed not long ago, which was a very good assumption, that Vards would be going into pit because of his fuel issue. And Stiff has made it all the way back into 2nd position. A Footlong back to 3rd because of the pit lane. Like I already mentioned, Vards is still in the pit lane. Let's have a quick look at Copper. It looks like Copper is comfortably in 5th position at this stage. With 1.5 laps to go. He's got just under half a tank of fuel, so he's all sweet to finish out the race. He's got Web Nomad not too far behind, and that looks like cart number 1 right there. let's have a look where Homebrew is. Let's also have a look at where Crystal Almighty is. Once the black screen disappears. Ninth position.